Hello everybody, it's NoobMister here with my brand new series in which I quite literally just sit here and talk about a random topic of the day while gameplay footage plays in the background, as, you know, the title suggests. So, the big topic that is on everybody's lips at the moment is of course Donald Trump becoming president. Now, what do I think about this? Well, I think it's probably the biggest mistake in American history. I mean, come on. What sort of political experience does this guy have? I will tell you how much he has. Absolutely bloody none. Nada. Nothing. None whatsoever. And it kind of begs the question of, why was he allowed to even run for president in the first place, let alone even be elected to be one? I mean, the guy's got about as much right to run water as he has to run the whole bloody country. I mean, it's just completely ridiculous that someone who has such radical and very extreme views is somehow allowed to be in charge of a country with potentially with millions and millions of people in it, and is going to sit there and decide what they can and cannot do. I mean, he is pretty much trying to run the country as a business. And that is not a good idea. Because businesses and countries don't operate the same way. And I'm just still sort of sitting here thinking, who in their right mind would allow this guy to be in charge of all this stuff and have access to the button that launches all the nuclear missiles? Yeah, I'm personally don't care what your views are of Trump. You might think he is absolutely amazing, you might think he's terrible, you might think he's misogynist, a racist, a bigot, or whatever, you know. As far as I'm concerned, in terms of running the country, I don't think he's up to the task. Now, of course, it's still early days yet, he hasn't even sort of taken over running the country yet, so, you know, who knows, he could surprise us all and do really well, but I think a lot of us are sitting here going, yeah, you're just not going to just do anything right. You're probably going to screw the economy in the arsehole, and most likely pass a load of really stupid laws that don't actually make any sense. I mean, the fact that there are a lot of Muslim people in the US at the moment who are actually scared for their lives right now. That just goes to show you how bad things are. Right, so while we're on the subject of Trump's presidency, let's list a couple of things that he is probably most likely to do. 1. Get kicked out early. Now, this is something that I honestly think will probably happen to him. He will do something so monumentally stupid that it is ultimately going to get him kicked out of office early. Now, even if he doesn't have that happen to him, he will most likely end up, you know, only lasting one term, and everybody's just like, no, we're sick and tired of you. Get the hell out. We don't want to have you in our country anymore running it. The second most likely thing he is going to do is, as I said, he's probably going to screw the economy over completely, because he just sees the country as one big business, and given the fact that he's gone bankrupt several times, yeah, I don't really see things going well for America, for your economy, and I personally feel quite sorry for you for having this guy in charge. Thirdly, he probably might start a war, or he will probably get very, very close to doing something that might spark a war. But I seriously doubt that'll ever happen, because my guess is that the UN will most likely step in and go, oi, no, you're not doing that, and just sort of slap him around the back of the head and hope that his wig falls off at the same time. What else could he possibly do? I think that's it, because there are so many potentially crazy things that this guy can just do to screw up the country. You just really just can't predict what he can do next. I mean, you know, you guys are going to be probably building that wall sometime soon. I honestly don't think that's really going to happen, but given as it's Trump, who the hell knows? He could actually go through with this, so all I will say is let's just sit round, grab our popcorn, and just watch the chaos ensue. At least that's probably what I'm going to be doing, considering I live in the UK, so I can just sort of sit there from afar and watch the chaos ensue. So that's always for a good laugh. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comments. Do you honestly think that Trump will do any of these crazy things? Do you think he'll surprise us? Or do you think that he might actually be an okay president? Who knows? We haven't seen the full extent of what he will do yet. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble for 5 minutes, and you potentially enjoy any other sort of me talking over gameplay footage in the future. So thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you again next time.